name is Guy Zyskind. I'm the co-founder and CEO of SCRT.labs. SCRT.labs is the company behind Secret Network. Apologies, the clicker isn't working, so I'll go back and forth. So let me give you a bit of a background about Secret Network in the case that you're not familiar with it. Secret Network is a blockchain, very much like other blockchains that you know, like Ethereum, Solana, Terra, and so forth. But it has one significant technological advancement, and that is that it's able to protect data privacy and sensitive data. Now, maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't, but if we think of blockchains as some kind of a new Web3 computing platform, then like any computer platform, you need to have some notion of privacy, right? If we build an application that relates to medical data, that medical data should only be seen by the physician, by the patient, and so forth. But it turns out that blockchain, as a computing platform, really sucks at privacy. It actually has no privacy at all and is completely public by default. So medical applications, out of the question. People are talking about doing elections on the blockchain. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want people to know publicly who I'm voting for. So that's out of the question as well. And pretty much if you go over any kind of application, you would see that you want to use sensitive data in one form or another. And with any blockchain today, except Secret Network, you just can't do it. So a bit about Secret Network's history. It's been live for about 2 years now. But in reality, like all of the privacy benefits and the technological goodies, they came to be about a year and a half ago, in September 2020. And since then, we've seen more and more adoption of it. It's actually exploding in use cases, as you can see from these charts. Like it's very quickly, it goes up and it goes up again. And what we're seeing is now dozens and even hundreds of projects building on the network. There are actually companies right now who've raised millions and even tens of millions of dollars just to build applications on Secret Network. And I've been saying in the past few months, just seeing the growth, like probably if you're a developer or a company and you want to build something with the quickest ROI, best ROI, access to investors, like probably the best solution is Secret because everything else is already very crowded. But I'm not here to talk about everything you can do with Secret Network, and you can do a lot. I want to focus on one specific vertical, which is NFTs. Now, if you've been living under a rock in the past year, NFTs are like all the rage, right? Whether you know how it works, whether you understand it, I'm sure you've heard about it, at least. Now, NFTs, in a very, very simple way, are basically a method to represent digital ownership. But it's a way to represent digital ownership using tokens, which are then very, very easy to trade on. So you can buy and sell digital content in a very, very nice and seamless way, which wasn't doable before. And you can obviously do it without a centralized authority or an escrow because you can use a blockchain. But there's one big problem with NFTs, and if you're in the NFT space, you've probably heard about the joke of right-click save. Basically, the right-click save joke says that, because the blockchain is public, everyone can see the content itself. So, yeah, I can sell you a token saying that I own this piece of art, but everyone can see it, everyone can download it. It's digital, so you can make perfect copies. It's not like making an analog copy. And that sets us apart from how real-world ownership works. And ideally, people are familiar with how real-world ownership works. In the real world, if I buy something, it's mine. I have access to it. I can show it to other people. If I buy a piece of Picasso or the Mona Lisa, I take it home with me. I can let people see it, or I can keep it, you know, in my back room and it's only for me, or I can put it in a museum. But the choice and the power is mine. And with NFTs today, you can do that because everyone sees the piece, everyone can copy it. So we came up with, because of Secret Network's benefit, we came up with a concept called Secret NFTs. Secret NFTs, they're basically an augmentation of regular NFTs. The main, they have a lot of benefits, but the key advantage is that you can now have the power to decide what is public metadata that everyone can see and what is private, that only the owner or whomever the owner delegates access to can see, right? And that sets us much closer to how real world ownership is. Now the best way to show this is by examples. So let me show you a little bit about who's already building. I hope this plays. I don't think it will. Yeah, it won't. I had a really cool movie here. So I'll just skip it. So this, I'm sure many of you have heard about that. It's been a lot on the news. We've partnered with Quentin Tarantino. Yay. And he's doing his first ever NFT drop exclusively on Secret Network and using the concept of secret NFTs. Now, what the NFTs are in practice is, well, Tarantino came to us and he told us, look, I have the original screenplay of Pulp Fiction. It's the unedited one, handwritten. It has all the notes, a lot of notes that I never talked about, never revealed, a lot of like cool tidbits about the creation of the screenplay and later on the movie, and no one has seen it. It was kept a secret in my personal library for 25 years. Now, that was really the perfect combination with secret NFTs, because now we worked with Quentin to digitize the screenplay. We took 7 scenes from the screenplay and digitized them. For each scene, we recorded Quentin, where he explains about the creation of the movie and the scene. He shares things that are very personal and that no one has ever seen before or heard before. And each one of these is bundled as a single NFT. Now the cool part is, if this was a regular NFT, everyone would be able to see it and just copy it before it was even sold. But as a secret NFT, the data is encrypted in such a way that only whoever wins the auction will get access to that secret, never before seen content. So I feel that's like the perfect example. But Tarantino is just one thing. Again, secret NFTs are very new. They're a late addition in the past 2-3 months, but they're already exploding. We have about a couple of dozen projects already launching on the network. Just in the past 2 months since this came out, the concept, we've had several NFT drops, all of them sold out, between 6 to 7 figures. The first collection, NFT collections, they are kind of like trading cards if you don't know them. So the first collection is the Anons collection. That one sold for like $1 million, $1.5 million, I don't know how much. That's just on the primary sale. Now people are buying these for like $50K each. It's pretty crazy. Then came Secret Punks. Secret Punks is similar to Punks if you know on Ethereum, but they took the secret NFT concept and they did something really, really interesting. So they said, okay, you get to see a part of the punk, but you don't get to see some of the traits, and you don't get to see like the background and stuff like that. Only once you buy it, only the owner can actually reveal the full punk, the full picture. But they did something even cooler. They turned this into an encrypted end-to-end messaging system. So each punk becomes your avatar, and now you can message people in an encrypted form on the secret blockchain. You can talk to each other. So these are, again, things that you can only do in secret. This I'm gonna skip just because of time. And this is where I wanna finish with. What I've shown you is really just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of things that you can do with secret NFTs that are, to me, mind-blowing, right? If you think about 2022, NFTs are now evolving more from like in art collections to gaming economies, the gaming industry. These are already two games that are being built on secret. Now again, if you think about how can I build a blockchain game, I will just give you the example of poker. Poker is a card game where it's key that people don't see each other's cards until the right moment. So again, with a blockchain without privacy, you just can't build that kind of game logic. But with secret, you can, and that's why we're seeing more and more of these. But NFTs can be taken to the next level. You can think about them as digital passports, as reputation systems, as credit scores. But I don't know about you, but I get uneasy when I hear these things. So, because these things really, really, really gotta protect personal privacy. And that's why you wanna do them with secret NFTs and not regular NFTs. So, I'm just gonna finish with this. Here are a few details about myself, the network. Feel free to reach out. We have a workshop in the other room in 10 minutes or 5 minutes. If you wanna experiment with secret for the first time, and by the way, drop in some alpha. If you want to get your first $40 worth of secret, you should go there and we'll hand it out and you can play with us a little bit with the network. So thank you very much.